So now we will begin with our chapter 2, Scope and Nature of Travel Writing. So for this chapter, here are our objectives. First, understand the nature and importance of travel writing. Explain the factors and topics that drive travel writing. Recognize the importance of audiences or readers in writing unique travel write-ups. And differentiate the types of travel writing articles. Okay, do you have questions so far? None? Okay, now let's begin with the nature and importance of travel writing. First, second, or third largest industry in 29 states. Okay, so without us knowing, travel writing is already an existing industry. Okay, maybe not in the Philippines, but worldwide, it is considered to be the first, the second, and the third largest industry in 29 states. Okay, the second, it promotes other states' local tourism. So it's one of the importance of travel writing, because as we all know, even though based from our chapter 1, even though you are not the one who's really traveling to a specific place, you will be able to go there, not physically, but at least through the write-ups of different travel writers. Okay, so according to the record, 582 billion in 2000, or 60 million travelers, and those travelers started to do travel writing. Okay, and for the fourth nature of travel writing, cascaded through books, magazines, newspapers, printed material, newsletters, online publications. So meaning, ito po yung mga medium kung paano si travel writing ay nakakarating sa iba't ibang readers. Okay? It is distributed through books, magazines, newspapers, printed material, and online publications. So as you all know, online publication, it is one of the most accessible medium of how travel write-ups are being published. So let's have the factors for travel writing. First, location with natural beauty. Place traveler has never been. Freedom to decide what to do during the trip. Opportunity to experience local history and culture. Other recreation areas, dining, nightlife, and shopping. So these are the factors that affects someone who's traveling. Ito yung mga nagdadrive sa kanya to do travel write-ups. Okay, so do you have questions so far? Okay. For the topics for travel writing, here are some of the samples. We have airlines, rail or cruise industry, luggage, rentals, restaurants, hotels, tips from experts, letters from readers, travel books, food, shopping, personal care, wine, weather, business travel concerns, travel products, global events. So if you will be able to see some of the travel blogs of the writers, these are some of their topics. Okay, so airlines, rail, cruise industry, you're familiar already with that. Luggage, meaning some of the inclusions maybe on their travel write-ups will be what are the things that you have to carry during that specific travel, or if you are going, or maybe if sasakay kayo sa ganitong airlines, what are the baggage requirements? Okay, so that you will be guided in case that you will be the reader or you're the one who will travel in the future, you will be guided with the specific, the exact, and the truthful information about that specific trip. Rentals, it's very important because you are in the different place, you are in a place you are not familiar with, so it's very important that travel writers rentals became their consideration in writing an article. Okay, we have the restaurants, hotels, tips from experts. Okay, so for the tips and from experts, literally, some of the travelers, they tend to travel to a place na napuntahan na ng mga expert travel writers. Why? Because they want to support the existing write-ups of those writers. For example, I'm an expert travel writer, and I wrote an article about Bulalakaw, kunwari. And then, dun sa travel write-up ko na yun, ang daming nag-commend, ang daming nag-acknowledge. And for the newbie writers, they will just imitate what I did. Okay? They will go exactly to Bulalakaw and then experience what I have wrote from my write-up. And in return, they will write their own write-up as support to my own travel writing. And also, it is for them also to be known. Because if they imitate someone who is an expert already, they will become a shadow of that expert. And with the hope na yung kanilang write-up ay babasahin din. Okay? So, sometimes, if they collected or mga suggestions, mga opinions, or tips from the experts, they tend to copy it and sometimes nahihigitan pa nila yung naranasan nung specific travel writer na yon. And that's good, okay? Letters from readers. So, these travel writers, especially those write-ups that has been published in online publication, they have their, kung sa restaurant, ay regular customers. So, those are readers. And those readers are regular readers na nila. Okay? So, really, reading a travel blog, nakaka-hook naman talaga siya. Especially if you start, especially if the writings na nasimulan nyo ay really interesting and kayo ay nakarelate talaga, or maybe you want the same, you have the same interest dun sa lugar na napuntahan niya, mahuhook talaga kayo. So, yung mga readers na yon, sometimes, they are requesting to the writer itself. They are requesting, maybe you can travel to this place. You can look for the food, or maybe you can experience their, for example, mga hotels, or may mga suggestions sa reader, or challenges that they want the travel writer to visit. Okay? And sometimes pumapatol doon ang mga writers. Especially if they made a survey na halos lahat ng mga readers nila ay yun ang nire-request na puntahan nila. Okay? So, travel books also. And those travel books feature yung mga place na frequently pinupuntahan. So, if you are a newbie travel writer, you would rely on a travel book para malaman mo kung ano yung magandang puntahan. Okay? So, topics also food. Okay? We already discussed about that. Shopping. Personal care. So, we already discussed about that. Personal care can be a topic from a write-up na lifestyle. Lifestyle blogging. Okay, the weather also. Wine. Business travel concerns. Travel products. Business travel concerns is more of on the corporate side of travel. For example, if the one's traveling, the purpose of his or her travel is to do business or work related, so they can feature that one. What are the considerations, or kung ano yung mga supporting articles regarding business travel concern topic? It can be how's the internet, or how's the connectivity in that specific area. So it can be cited, or pwede siyang i-feature ng isang travel writer na magpo-focus sa topic na business travel concerns. Okay. So for the audience for travel writing, the audience na tinutukoy dito ay hindi naman yung mga audience na tagapanood. Okay? The audience, what do you think? Who are the audience of a travel write-up? Anyone? Okay, anyone pa? Sino pang may ibang opinion? Who are considered to be the audience of travel writers? Mm. Okay, so they are typically the reader. Okay, the reader can be people who have not been to the place you write about. And also, they can be who have already been there. So, tama kayo. If narinig nyo yung audience, meaning they are the reader themselves. Okay? They are the reader of the travel write-ups. What do you think? Why, bakit kaya yung mga taong nakapunta na doon is considered to be audience pa din ng travel writing? Anyone? Yes? Okay, thank you. Who else has an idea? Correct. Okay, tama naman din yon. Who else here has an idea? Mm. Okay, so parang they already been there and then they will still read whatever na binasa pa about that specific place to share it or maybe to compare also. Or maybe to find the differences. Ano ba yung na-experience ko na posibleng hindi niya na-experience? O ano yung na-experience ko which he greatly experienced? It may be like that. Or, syempre, yung pinaka-focus talaga ng travel writing ay yung mga tao na hindi pa nakakapunta doon. Okay, so thank you for all your opinions. So, how are you able to succeed in this kind of industry? Paano ka kaya mag-i-stand out dun sa iba pang travel writer? Anong meron sa'yo? What is in you? What is in store of you? Kung bakit ipapatronize ng mga reader yung article mo. Okay, let's see what are those specific ways on how to succeed this kind of profession. Okay, we called it profession because, as you all know, some of the employees who have their full-time job, and once they experience traveling, and once they experience first time travel writing, what they did, they resigned from their jobs, from their full-time jobs, and they became full-time travel writer. Okay. So, kahit pala nagta-travel ka, nagastusan ka for that specific travel, you just write your experiences, you can earn. Okay? So, right now, we will consider how to succeed in this kind of industry. Okay, first, write about places to visit, historical places, annual festivals, national park cities. Okay. So, why do you think number 1 is included? Anyone? You have to write about the places to visit, historical places, annual festivals, national parks, cities, resorts, inns, places to stay, restaurants with views, easiest and cheapest ways to get there. So why do you think number 1 is included? Oh. Okay. Correct? Okay. So, sino pang may idea? Hmm. Okay. So, or you are not just writing just like you want to write. Okay? So, to be able to succeed dito sa industry na to, you have to write about the places na sa palagay nyo ay pupuntahan talaga. Okay? So, why would you start doing like that? So, as far as you all know, if you as a newbie would like to be noticed by a reader, you should start on this kind of topic. Kasi ito talaga yung mga mostly search. Okay? Resorts, cities, national parks, annual festivals. So, ito yung mga topics na talagang hahanap-hanapin ng mga reader. I-research nila. Okay? So, if these are the topics na frequently search in internet or kahit sa mga travel books, natural, yung travel write-up mo, lagi siyang mababasa. Because it's about these topics. And what would happen if lagi siyang mababasa? So, if talagang maganda yung content ng travel write-up mo, and your reader is already there, kasi yung topic mo ay catchy, and yung topic mo is a necessity to researchers, to readers, magiging in-demand yung mga write-ups mo. The reader will always research your name, look after your recent write-ups. Lagi nilang aabangan kung ano yung mga sunod mong ilalabas na mga travel write blogs or travel blogs. And then, you will not just have privileges traveling, but you can also earn. Because you can sell your write-ups to marketing companies of that specific resort, for example. If manotice ni resort that because of your travel write-up, ay madaming pumunta sa kanila during that season kasi napakaganda ng write-up mo and it's frequently searched kasi maaano nila yan, matitingnan din nila yan or mamomonitor nila yan if ano kaya yung reason bakit tayo dinayo. And if they notice that, because of this travel writer, so that resort will reach out to you. Maybe they can offer you a full-time employment as their marketing specialist, maybe, or their own travel writer, their own marketing staff, for example. Okay? So, second, ways on how to succeed in this industry. Convey the richness, the color, the excitement, the fun, moods, atmosphere, admission prices, times for an attraction. So, what does it mean? Anyone? Anyone? Yes? Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sino pang may idea? Anyone? Okay, sino yon? Kenneth? Prince. Okay. 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 Okay, thank you. So that's correct, exactly. Okay. So for the first one, we can call it the quantity. Yung quantity, meaning, yun yung mga countable na pwede mo siyang isulat. Yun yung mga topics, tama yung sinabi niya, yung pinaka-subject mo. And for the second one, dyan naman papasok yung quality. Okay? So you are done with determining what kind of subject or what kind of topic na gusto mong i-focus dun sa travel write-up mo. And then after that, you already determine what's your topic And then after that, you have to fill that topic with the richness, with the quality. Because it's correct, you are not just going to write. You have to write with quality. Dapat pag binasa siya ng tao, masasabi ng tao, sulit basahin tong travel write-up na to. Kailangan basahin ito at kaabang-abang yung mga sunod pa niyang babasahin. So it's correct. It's quantity and then after is the quality. Okay? It also stated the atmosphere, the moods. Okay? Because if you are really an effective travel writer, you can change the mood of your reader depending on how you show the mood of yours during your travel. For example, when you go to Boracay, ang mood mo ay malungkot, you are devastated, you are heartbroken. And when you are in Boracay, nagbago yung perception mo. That there are so many things na kailangan mong ipagpasalamat because you are in a very bright place, napakagandang lugar, and you really accept and you really appreciate what was in Boracay. And then after that, hanggang saya-saya mo na, ganyan-ganyan, it feels like you don't wanna come back to where you came from. And then during your stay in Boracay, you decided to write what you have experienced, ang gaan-gaan ng pakiramdam mo. And that feelings of yours, it will really reflect on your writing. Because the writing of a specific individual, kahit kayo, if you have clear minds, if you are busog, or if you are really happy about what you are experiencing at the moment, if I ask you to write a travel experience, obviously, what you will write is a positive mood. Travel write-up or a write-up. For example, an essay, kunwari. It depends on how or who is writing the write-up itself. So, depende, kunyari, ang mood mo ay ganito, and then you will induce so many quality. Even yung mga hindi na ini-expect na mga reader na isulat mo, isusulat mo pa rin. Because you want to give additional information. Okay? And third, ways on how to succeed, it relates to your personal experiences. Okay? In writing, you should not copy. Okay? You should not copy anyone's travel write-up. It should be your own, your personal experience. Hindi siya pwedeng dapat based from the experience of Mr. Ganito, ganyan-ganyan. You should not do like that. Because you are writing your own personal experience. You cannot read the mind of other travel writer and then copy what's in her mind or in his mind. It should not be like that way. Okay? Do you have questions so far? After determining the ways on how to succeed, let's find or let's determine what kind of research you have to make before writing a travel write-up. Okay, so first, I'll just ask you first. Why do you think you have to do a research before making a travel write-up? Diba sabi natin, travel write-up should be your personal experience. Bakit pa kailangan natin mag-research? Anyone? Anyone? So we say travel write-up is based from our personal experience. So why do you think we need to research? Okay, who's that? Si Kenneth? Mar? Oh, to be more interesting. Okay, correct. Yes? Sino yun? Okay, Daniela. Nasaan si Romina? Okay. Okay. So what do you think? What are those more information that you need? What are those additional information that you need? Maybe, tama, okay? Because you have to at least be aware what kind of culture yung iyong madadatngan doon sa area na yon. Correct, okay? Sino pang may ibang idea? Yes? Okay. 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 Thank you. Yes? Okay, tama. Because we need to be guided. We are going to an unfamiliar place to us. Hindi tayo sanay doon. And some of those na makikita natin doon, we never seen them before. Maybe the place or specifically the destination itself. Okay, correct? Sino pang may ibang idea? Anyone? Okay. Mm. Okay. Okay, so you have mentioned the word supplementary. It's correct. Because you want, as a travel writer, you want to see the different side of your travel. Because sometimes, naka-close-minded tayo dun sa mga gusto nating matuklasan. Hindi pa man tayo nakakapunta dun, because, hindi pa man tayo nakakapunta sa isang specific area, syempre meron na tayo mga na-research about that specific place. That this place is like this, it offers like this, it offers like that, mga ganon. And then, what we have to do is not to focus on that area lang. We have to see the travel in its different side. We have to see what it can offer more. Okay, hindi tayo nag-stick sa isang area lang. So, thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so do your research. Read the travel section you want to write for. What kind of stories and photographs are published? Okay? And also, the most important, maps. Okay, so we said that you are going to an unfamiliar place, okay? So, because you are going to an unfamiliar place, digitally, or maybe the physical map, you need it. Okay, you need the map. And also, you need to know how to read a map, okay? Is everyone here know how to read a map? As a tourism student, do you know how to read a map? Hindi ba kayo nako-confuse sa north, south, west, and east? Aminin. Okay, it's confusing, right? Sometimes we tend to memorize it's N-E-E-W-S, but sometimes it's N-W-E-S. Sometimes like that, right? Because it's north, east, south, and west. Okay, so minsan, for us also, nakakalito bumasa ng maps. But if you want to be a travel writer, an effective travel writer, and you are really aware of having time management in your travel, because sometimes if you are traveling, you are following a time frame. Dapat 1 linggo lang ako dito, or 2 araw, 3 araw. And if you are not aware of reading a map, or at least following directions, dun sa mga gusto mong puntahan, mauubos ang oras mo. Okay? If you have schedule, you cannot stick to your schedule. Okay. Does the section contain more than basic destination pieces? What sources? What is the writing style? Narrative or first person? Okay. So, contemporary issues in travel writing. So first, ethics involving subsidized and sponsored travel. Other sources pay for travel, hotels, airlines, restaurants, tourism commission, chambers of commerce. Okay, sometimes may nangyayari that the travel writer and the company itself, hindi sila masyadong in strict compliance dun sa kung yung travel ba niya isagot namin, yung travel ba niya sponsored namin, or meron lang siyang konting part lang monetary. It can be like that. Especially if hindi ganun naging kaganda ang pagtanggap ng mga reader and ng mga tourists dun sa travel write-up na yun. For example, si company, kunyari ay si Conrad Hotel. The Conrad Hotel employed Queenie. In-employed niya si Queenie to be their travel writer as part of their marketing strategy. Okay, so in their contract, Queenie will be paid after na masulat niya yung travel write-up niya. After, okay? So, sa first contract nila, babayaran lang si Queenie like 25%. Siyempre, meron pa si Queenie pwedeng habulin na 75%, which is to be paid after she, Queenie, has written her travel write-up. So, upon checking, after magsulat ni Queenie, hindi masyadong maganda ang pagtanggap ng mga reader. And even, worst is, walang pumunta kay Conrad. Hindi sila masyadong nagandahan sa write-up ni Queenie. Medyo kulang. And hindi exact. Hindi siya makatotohanan. Or si Queenie ay kung ano-anong ginawa at nanggaya lang ng mga write-up. Okay. So, hindi maganda yung pagtanggap kunwari. And then, ang issue dyan, whether will be Queenie ay mababayaran in full. Because hindi nga masyadong naging maganda. So, some of those are the issues na nakaka-apekto sa industry ng travel writing. Okay? It's a two-way. The traveler, he or she will be paid, or maybe may mga privileges siyang pwedeng ma-enjoy, mabibigyan siya ng mga perks, or he or she will be paid. May contract. But then after, the company should also be benefited from the write-up. So, diba, kahit sino naman, if they think hindi sila masyadong nabiyayaan ng madaming customer because of the travel write-up, hindi effective, what they will do, it's business. We will not pay you. Because at first, hindi mo nagawa yung dapat mong gawin. Which is, to gather customers. Okay? So, for the second one, some publications won't accept others if you don't credit the sources. Okay, so this is more on the publication side. So, like, sa paggawa natin ng mga write-up, sa paggawa natin ng mga essay, kunwari, if we are sure that the article, the specific, kahit konting sentence lang yan, and hindi natin inisip or hindi natin from us, hindi siya galing sa ating sariling wordings, we should always, what? Anyone who has an idea. If the sentence hindi talaga nanggaling sa atin, and we will write it on our writing, for example, you guys, you will write it in your own essay, pero hindi new wordings yan, what will you do? You will? Okay, so, anong tawag doon? You will? Okay, you will write the reference. Okay, you will credit the source. Okay, if you were a traveler and then meron kayong kunyaring nabasa nyo before, for example, magandang kasabihan na sinabi niya, and na-relate nyo sa travel nyo na yun, write it with the author's name and anong year niya yun sinabi. It's just as important as kunwari kayo gagawa ng essay nyo. Because you will be charged plagiarism if you will not do that. And ayun yung mangyari yun kasi may fines and pwede kayo makulong. Okay? So next, use of subjectivity. Should writers follow a new style and be objective? Or should they have a personalized, subjective style and will appeal to more readers? So it's more of your style of writing. Okay. Okay, thank you. For the travel and leisure trend, simply what do people think, feel, and do about their non-work time? Okay, social problems, travel, promotion roles of community, development of attitudes. You will not only want to know the characteristics of leisure, but you might benefit from understanding how these priorities have been developed. Or, what are the conditions leading to decisions? What does government policy toward travel and recreation? So, ito yung mga trends ngayon, no, mga sinusulat ng travel writer. What are the influences of the private sector? Okay, so if you will be writing a travel write-up, look at the trends also. Ano ba yung laging in na in? Yung nakakatawag na mga attention ng ating mga reader. For the writing styles, so these are the writing styles of a travel writer. Experienced traveler turned writer, narrative writing, remains descriptive, good vocabulary, precise adjectives and adverbs, emphasis on the first-person experience, friendly, casual, own reactions, recreate dialogue, put people and places in the story, and avoid cliché. For the experienced travel turned writer, so ito yon, yung mga traveler. Okay, so in their mind siguro, traveler na ako, so why not become a writer? Okay, so you can also write using narrative, remains descriptive, okay? Good vocabulary. Syempre, if you say it's beautiful, it should be beautiful. You should not use contrasting descriptions. Okay, dapat hindi contrasting, dapat nakafocus ka lang kung ano talaga yung i-describe mo. Okay, so it should be first person experience. If it's first person, meaning I experience like this. I can say it's beautiful. I believe, I think, ganon. Personal. For the types of travel writing articles, destination stories simply tell readers the basics about places they might go on a trip, what's there to do, what sorts of accommodations are available. So, destination articles of travel writing is really focusing on the destination, yung place, yung area. Okay? For the second type of travel writing, the attraction article, more specific than destination article, these tell readers about a particular place such as a park or a historical site. Okay? It is also about the destination, but it's more specific. For example, you went to kunwari here sa Nauhan, yung Bangkuro, kunwari, are you familiar with Bangkuro? Anyone? Hindi familiar? Simbahan siya actually here in Nauhan, but Bangkuro is a barangay here in Nauhan. So, if you are, kunyari, you will feature the barangay or the town of Bangkuro, kunwari, in your destination article. But in your attraction article, you can feature specific places. For example, the simbahang bato in Bangkuro, like that. Kasi nasa Bangkuro yung simbahang bato. Nasa Bangkuro din yung Binilda, if you are familiar, the Binilda Resort. Okay, kung nakapunta na kayo or kung nakita nyo sa mga promotional nilang materials, mga banners, ganun siya. You will go to a specific destination, but you will just focus on featuring a specific attraction. Okay? For the third type of travel writing article, we have the service articles. It explains how to travel better by letting the reader understand the mechanics of traveling. This includes articles about buying airline or cruise line tickets or negotiating customs and other legal hurdles in a country known for its tight import and export and immigration rules. Okay, so service, it's more of what are the types of services na ma-experience or na-experience ni travel writer dun sa specific na lugar na yon. It can be a service provided by an airline or maybe a service provided by a cruise line. So, it's more of dun sa mga intangible na bagay. And those intangible na mga bagay or yung hindi nahahawakan are services. Okay? So, we're done with the 3 travel writing articles. Let's have number 4. Okay, so for the 4th type of travel writing article, it is the most popular and the commonly used type of travel writing article or the most commonly made travel write-up is your personal experience. Okay? Made thus the same as any of the 3 previous approaches, but they interject a personal experience perspective, including such things as emotional responses to the experiences. These stories have high levels of anecdotal content. Okay, personal experience meaning you are speaking as if you are really there or you want your reader to come with you dun sa lugar na yon. Gusto mo siyang isama. That's why, dun ka nagfo-focus sa personal experience mo. Okay, because travel writing is about giving an information to your traveler, to the reader in mind. Ibig sabihin, if you are writing a specific write-up, you are considering your reader. Okay? No one else but your reader. It's not for you, it's not for anybody, but it's for your reader. Kung sino ba ang makakabasa. Yung bang makakabasa ko ay matutuwa ba siya? Mai-inform ba siya or hindi? Okay? So let's have article enhancement. First, websites related to your story, then basic information such as contacts, maps, operation hours, directions, and prices, email sources ahead of time, local business organization, use visitors bureaus, use sources at your hotel, go to the library, build your own travel library, contact specific site sources, use a wide variety of sources, call to confirm appointments, and visit dates. Okay? So, these are just of the, like we said, or Jerome, I think, said, your write-ups should have supplementary information. Okay? You are not just focusing on one side of the travel, but all the other sides. Okay? Holistic dapat yung write-up mo. Dapat nagbibigay siya ng lahat ng kailangang impormasyon, mapasimple man yan, sa mga reader mo. Yes. Okay? So you have to put or you have to provide basic information such as contacts, maps, operation hours, directions and prices. Okay? Sources of the hotel. Okay? And specific site sources. For example, you are featuring a hotel, so you can include yung online website ng hotel na yun. Para yung writer, pagpunta niya sa website mo, if it's an online publication, kompleto na. Hindi na siya pupunta pa sa ibang site. 'Di ba? Parang all-in-one na yung write-up mo. For the article enhancement also, you can include directions, parking. Siyempre, kailangan kasama dyan parking fees if meron. And kung saan posibleng mag-park in that area. Kasi syempre, pag travel writer ka, you want to have your own mode of transportation. For example. But if you are really going through a personal experience write-up, pwedeng hindi ka magdala ng sariling sasakyan para ma-experience mo talaga yung actual na mode of transportation. Days and hours of operations, general information, contact, lodging, food and other facilities, souvenirs, tours, special upcoming events. Okay, so ito yung mga pwede mong i-include sa write-up mo. You can include some special upcoming events dun sa area na yon, the lodging, yung mga pwedeng tuluyan, contacts, we have said it earlier, general information, for example, if you want to go there because it's a Muslim country, for example, you should bring a marriage certificate or a marriage contract if you will be traveling with your wife. For example, days and hours of operations, souvenirs also, no pwede mong bilhin, and yung mga directions also. Okay. The travel writing industry sources. Okay. First, the human sources. This includes local editors, reporters, tourism directors, hotel staff, public information officers, managers of attractions, residents of the area you visit, tour guides, shop merchants, World Atlas, history section at a local bookstore, US Atlas, hotel, motel, room guest books, travel sites, airline in-flight magazines. And for the written naman, tour books, local author books. So, obviously, its sources are written. Okay? Hindi siya ginamitan ng word of mouth o hindi siya ginamitan ng recommendations. They are all written. Okay?